Ladies, gentlemen, and others, welcome back to Boz Comics. Boy, a new year really must be upon us because, holy shit, it's like 2 videos in less than a week. What's going on? No, thank you all so much for the wonderful response to the last video. It kind of really reinvigorated me. I couldn't believe it. So, here I am. It'll be Monday when you're watching this. Let's make another one. Hopefully I don't alienate all the newcomers. Shit. Today I wanted to talk about something that might come across as a bit like gatekeeping, so I apologize in advance. I swear to you, it's not my intention. Those of you who have been here a while know that I'm a pretty welcoming guy, right? I'm not trying to do the whole fake fans bullshit, but nonetheless, this kind of irritated me. What you're seeing on screen right now as part of the thumbnail art is a page from the backup story that was running in the most recent issues of Batman, written by Chip Zdarsky. Okay, it's the main Batman book. This is like part, I think, 2 of a 2-part backup story that's been running for a while. Also written by Chip Zdarsky. I apologize, I don't remember the name of the artist, and I'm too fucking lazy to look him up, because really this is more about the writing than anything else. I'm an asshole. I don't pay nearly as much attention to the artist as I should. It's something I need to work on as a comic book reader and as somebody who wants to be a comic book writer one day. I mean no disrespect. But in any case, I belong to a whole bunch of comic book groups on Facebook, which is true, I'm sure, of many of you that are watching this that are unfortunate enough to have Facebooks like me. Truly, ours is a punished existence. But in any case, I belong to a lot of those different groups, particularly those comic panels out of context groups. I belong to a shit ton of those. Really, those are like the best places that I found to talk about comic books that are not generally overrun by really cringy right-wingers who think that queers in the comics are leading to the downfall of America and turning every kid trans or whatever. There are other good places, but, really, I do kind of like those out-of-context groups. They have their cringy moments, which is what we're going to talk about in a minute, but by and large, they're really positive places, and they've gotten me into some really cool books that I have no context for, that I have, ironic, that I have no, like, if it weren't for those groups, I'd have no idea about them. So, like, all those comic panels, comic pages out of context groups, I fucking love them, even though sometimes they make me want to commit seppuku. Case in point, this panel was brought up. One of the things that happens a lot in these groups is these panels get shared over and over and over and over again. This page was brought up for like the 50th fucking time in the last month or so. And it's, more of the usual discourse, right? Batman should kill the Joker. Batman is responsible for so many deaths because he doesn't kill the Joker. Da, da, da. And it's like just this endless cavalcade of these like fucking mouth breathers who come in and say the same shit every time. And they share the same panels over and over and over again, making the same brain damaged argument. I'm sorry, I'm being really hostile, but actually, I'm not sorry at all. Fuck them. No, I get tired of hearing these arguments. Hold on, I'm sorry. Cat being a cat. Please stop. Daddy is working. Thank you. I just get tired of hearing these same arguments over and over and over again. Batman doesn't kill. Go home and watch your Zack Snyder films, okay? Batman does not kill. I'm not saying, now, myself, in the real world, in real life, I think there are plenty of times where killing is necessary. Because none of us are comic book heroes. If someone is threatening somebody else with a gun or a knife, threatening to, I don't know, poison the water supply with Joker gas, I'm going to be thinking about killing them. I'm not going to be thinking about like, how can I safely knock them out because our life is precious? I don't have a gajillionaire's, bevy of toys to stop crime with. I have fists and maybe a gun. So I'm going to be like, oh, got to put them down. And I'm not going to feel bad about it. Now, that last part is maybe a little debatable, right? Some people would argue that, like, even when you have to kill truly evil people, it's regrettable. I've never particularly felt that way, but then again, I've never had to kill anybody. Maybe, to be fair, if I had, I certainly wouldn't tell all of you. Anyway, we're way off base here. Let's bring it back. So, the discourse always comes up. Batman should kill the Joker. Batman should kill the Joker. Batman should kill the Joker. And what I see in these groups is this panel gets shared where, for those of you who don't know, who don't read Batman, it is the Batman of Zur-En-Arrh. That is this backup personality that Bruce Wayne put inside his own head. This is a creation of Grant Morrison like 10, 20 years ago. But Zur-En-Arrh is a backup personality that exists in Bruce Wayne's head to basically take over if he's ever mind controlled or brain hacked or whatever the fuck. And this story is a flashback that takes place while Bruce was still implementing Zur-En-Arrh. Okay? All right. You guys with me so far? I know comic books are weird. So this story is about a situation in which, like, Zur takes over during a fight with the Joker. He breaks free when he's not supposed to, asserts control over Bruce's body, and, starts talking about how he's going to kill the Joker. And the page you're seeing on screen as part of the thumbnail art is Zur having an internal conflict with Bruce over the efficacy of, like, yo, imagine how many people we could save if we kill the Joker, and then we kill the Penguin, and then we kill fucking everybody. I'm Batman. Batman should kill. I touch myself at night thinking about Zack Snyder's Justice League. I don't actually like superheroes. I have issues. I'm gonna lose like 20 subs. I'm sorry, but anyway, the point of the story is that Zur is an asshole. And the programming needs to be ironed out because when you're Batman, right or wrong, all life is precious. That's the point of the character. Batman doesn't kill because it is not his place. Because once you kill like one person, it's a lot easier to justify killing more people. As an aside, I love these fucking idiots online who are always like, oh, that proves that Batman's insane. No, it's pretty well established, I thought, for like anybody and everybody. Like once you've crossed the line, like once you've killed one person, like just I thought it was just kind of understood. Like, yeah, sure, it would obviously become easier to kill more people because you've already done it once. Like if people find out you're already going to jail, like, or getting the death penalty, depending on where you live, like your life is already fucked. Here I go killing again. Like, but people love to shit on Batman because it's cool to shit on Batman. So like, oh, it proves how unhinged he is. No, I think it's a pretty normal human response. Killing is easier the more you do it. Said every psychopath everywhere. But I digress. Batman doesn't kill. That's like a keystone point of the character. If you don't understand that, I feel like you're not reading Batman comics, which brings us to the point of the title of this video. There are people who are like looking at this and going, huh, wow, this is so cool. Where's this from? Because nobody in these fucking groups ever posts the source when they post comic panels. I do, because I'm a fucking a dignified gentleman and a scholar. But most people are fucking animals, so they post their comic panels without the source attached. And so you have comments upon comments upon comments of a whole bunch of morons going, where's the source? What's the source? I'm sorry, typically we say sauce in these groups. What's the sauce? What's the sauce? I would like the sauce. Sauce? 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 Fuck you and fuck your sauce. It's Batman. It's just Batman, bitch. It's the main Batman book. You got so many fucking opinions about Batman. How about you read Batman? Oh, I'm sorry. You don't read the books? You got all these brain damage takes about Batman and how he should go on mass killing sprees, but you don't know shit about the character? I'm shocked. Oh, you don't read comics? Wow, so crazy. I never would have known. I'm so glad you told me. Fuck you. I hate you people. You are the scum of the earth. I hope you all step on an endless cavalcade of Legos. Do you hear me? I'm sorry. We're back now. No. Okay. Performative anger aside, I just get really tired. These characters, they enter the public zeitgeist and people like to comment on them without actually consuming the work the characters are in. I see it about Spider-Man all the time. People make like bland fucking boilerplate statements about Spider-Man. Like Spider-Man's a big supporter of Ayn Rand. No, Spider-Man was into Ayn Rand in his early days when Steve Ditko was working with Stan Lee on the book. And after the first 25 issues or so, we really moved on from that because Stan Lee kind of went like, Steve, an objectivist superhero is fucking stupid. You should stop. And Steve didn't like that because, Steve Ditko, the only creative I've ever read about who seemed to like Ayn Rand more than Steve Ditko was fucking Terry Goodkind. So holy shit. Anyway, you guys ever see that like Reddit AMA where people kept trying to ask Terry Goodkind questions about his process and about the Sword of Truth series and shit and like fantasy in general, and he just kept talking about Ayn Rand? Holy shit, it's super cringe. Check it out if you get a chance. Daniel Green actually has a really funny video on it from a couple of years ago. Daniel Green is one of my favorite YouTubers, by the way. If you like fantasy and science fiction and you also just like videos about writing, he's a good kid. I say kid because I think he's like 10 years younger than me. Not to be disrespectful, but, I'm feeling old. In any case, yeah, there's all these people that just comment on these characters willy-nilly. They have such strong opinions. And then you find out they don't fucking read the books these characters are in. They have minimal frame of reference. But they're willing to make these declarative fucking statements about the characters, about who they are. Another character I see this with like all the time is like the Punisher. And this is where I'm going to get into some touchy territory. But like, I see a lot of really strong opinions about the Punisher. There are people who read comics who don't like, the Punisher's methods, the killing. There's one method. It's called killing. And I understand that. I don't have a problem with seeing evil people slaughtered in my fiction. I'm a big fan of fictitious righteous slaughter. There's a whole host of reasons why I'm not really down with it in real life, but I appreciate the escapism of the idea of like Frank Castle like doing a Halo drop on Epstein Island. I would read that book. I'm just saying. Do a one-shot, Marvel. I will buy the shit out of it. I will buy 8 copies. But Frank Castle has, whether you like the character or not, Frank Castle has been shown multiple times throughout his entire history to have empathy, to have compassion, to have deep internal feelings, like or rather like an internal world, an internal monologue. He will go out of his way to keep innocence from being hurt. There's a whole lot going on with the character. If you don't want to call him a hero, that's fine. I'm sure even in the most charitable interpretations, he wouldn't call himself one. But, he's not, in my book, he's not like the devil, okay? But I see the word psychopath thrown around all the time by people who don't know what that word means. Now, as somebody who's worked a little bit in mental health, I have stronger feelings about this than most. Just read a Punisher comic. Frank Castle is not a psychopath. You don't have to like him, but holy shit, stop using that word. You don't know what it means. Christ. It's just this thing where people get this like cultural zeitgeist idea of who these characters are. And then they tend to be like really reductive. And then they go around slathering their dumb fuck takes all over social media. And they'll never pick up the book. I don't have like some sort of like grand button to put on this whole argument. I came across this shit. I wanted to rant a little bit. It was bugging the hell out of me. And I don't know, I wanted to get a video out because you guys were awesome the other night, and I wanted to thank you. So bam, hey, hi, hello, here's more. If I accidentally insulted you, well, you've probably already left or left an angry comment, but if I accidentally insulted you, I'm not going to apologize. That would be disingenuous, but I will say I have faith that your taste can improve. I'm sorry. I love you. I love you. I think you have terrible taste in books, but that's okay. I just want people to read the books more. I want them to actually like think about these characters. Don't bring your own weird baggage to it. Like actually read what's on the page. If you're going to have opinions about Batman, I want to hear that you're reading Batman. Okay? Is that too much to fucking ask? I don't know. It's going to be 2023. Maybe it is. Anyway, that's going to wrap this rant up for today. Thank you so much for listening. I really appreciate all your continued support. I'm trying to keep this channel going. I want to make it worthwhile. So please like, comment, please subscribe. Let me know that you like this. Let me know that you want to see more. Feel free to tell me down below what you're reading currently, things you'd like to see me cover on this channel. Oh, I am really interested in covering comic news more. If there's a news story that you would like to see me cover about the comic industry, um, please feel free to send me an email at bosscomics@gmail.com. Um, and just include, like, I don't know, put like news or something in the subject header. And I will try to get to it because I'm always down for like more topics. Um, and I will try to shout you out. If you've got like if you bring me a hot tip about some news, and you have a project that you want me to shill for, like, I don't know, send me the particulars, drop a link, and I'll talk about it. But anyway, if you want to donate, there's a Ko-fi link down below. Make a small donation. I would really appreciate it. If we get to 100 subs, we're going to start opening up crowdfunding. I'm going to try for Patreon and maybe Subscribe Stars. So, um, just something to think about. Get those sub numbers up. And man, I got to start, like, I got to think of a cool name for members of this community. I don't know. Bossites. Oh God, that sounds like an insult. No. All right. Anyway, thanks for listening, guys. I will talk to you hopefully tomorrow. Not tomorrow for me. Tomorrow for you. Anyway, bye, guys. Until next time.